Hey guys, yeah, I'm sorry I'm not positioned right in the camera, but hey, and it's stupid, but whatever. um, yeah, so I'm just gonna. My car was making weird noise before. Like, I stopped at a place to eat, to get food, whatever, and then I noticed that my car was making a weird noise. Like it sounded like a plastic can got stuck. Not a can, like something plastic got stuck in my wheel or something. So it was weird. So I stopped. I looked at everything and I couldn't see anything. I rose my hood up and it was nothing. I don't know, invisible. And I already gotta go bring it into the mechanic because it makes a weird noise, like a faint noise. Anyway, but never mind that. We're gonna say, ooh, this looks really good. Hold on. Look at it. It's a chicken cranberry something. Very good. It's like for fall, seasonal. It's seasonal. Okay, so what do you think? Right? I'm gonna park right next to you. Alright. It's like 100 parking. So I was saying, how does somebody get involved with an evil person like that? Well, I was raised that way. Like, my whole family's nuts. And, familiarity. You know? We gravitate to what's familiar. This is why it's important to learn about psychology and have insight into yourself. Because otherwise you're just going through life on a program. A default program that your parents or your upbringing programmed for you. You know? And you can never break the cycle if you don't know. So, I came from a dysfunctional family. I was 17 years old when I met my husband. I was escaping my household. And I thought I loved him and all that, you know. He came in like kind of like a savior, like a Prince Charming. It felt like a fantasy, like a storybook fairy tale at first. We would hang out a lot. And then it just ended up being just me and him. Everyone else was not as important as our relationship. I quit school because my studying interrupted the time with him. He didn't like that very much. Um, he didn't finish high school anyway, so he didn't like the idea that I was going to college. All right, so I went to university after high school. I actually didn't even want to go there. I wanted to do pursue modeling. Yeah, well, I'm fat now, but I was not fat back when I was 17. And you know, I lived in the city, so I got a lot of attention. And I figured, hey, maybe this could be something for me. Like, I could do this. I could make money doing this. And I had some kind of self-esteem, I guess. I don't know what that was. But I thought I did look good. So I didn't think I was ugly or anything. And I really wanted to pursue that, modeling. And I was also in classes for acting. I really wanted to get into acting. Like I said in another video, I was neglected, so I watched TV and movies all the time. I've been to plays. I'm from New York City, you know, so we are very, New York City is very diverse. There's a lot of arts, the arts, you know, Broadway and stuff like that. So I grew up like that. And my dad plays piano and sings. So I sang. You know, I wanted to sing, I wanted to be a model, and I wanted to act. But my mom had this disorder. I didn't even know that. She sabotaged my modeling. I went to a modeling agency. She sabotaged it. And just so many things she did. Like, I didn't even realize what she was really doing. Because she would say, oh no, I want you to go to college. You can't be modeling because they rather travel and you gotta go to school. So you know how narcissists are. If they want you to do what they want you to do, they want you to stay in the role they put you in. Oh. My role was to be the scapegoat for all the bad things she did, or she didn't want to admit to. I had to carry all the shame of that. I had to be abused by my stepfather. I was discriminated against for my background, ethnicity. My father is Hispanic, or my mother's white, so she always put down my race. Like, she always put me down for being Spanish and stuff. Didn't really want me to associate with that part of me. Because my mother had me just to spite her father, because my grandparents were somewhat racist, because they're from I'm from New York City, so there's a thing where there's Italian areas, neighborhoods, and then there's like Puerto Rican neighborhoods that were like separate but close to each other. My mom's parents are from Italy. They didn't like Hispanics or blacks. They're racist or whatever. So my mother thought, because she's a narcissist after all, she thought it would be funny and spiteful to go out, find this Hispanic guy, a Puerto Rican guy, have a baby with him, and so she can make an excuse so she can leave her household that was abusive, as well. So think about that. Like, how I had to endure my upbringing because I was just brought into the world because of out of spite. And then she call me names and stuff like spick, and it's kind of like calling. It's like if you're black, let's say somebody's black or half black, half white. This happens a lot, actually. There's a lot of people out there that are half black, half white, and then the mom that's white will talk bad about the black side of her. You know what I'm saying? Like, to kind of deny that part of her. And so she always put me down, but I was never the type like that. I always wanted to be who I was and genuine and embrace both cultures of mine. Wow. So just thinking about it makes me like nauseous. Anyway, so she had me to spite her parents so she could move out of the household because they were going to kick her out if she was pregnant. So that was a good way to get out of that situation. Trap my dad. Did she trap my dad or did he trap her? I don't know. Both of them. Because my dad was older than my mother when they met. My mom was like 19, I think. And my dad was like 30 already. Or, right? Yeah. He was like 30 and my mom was like 19, okay? Well, she had me. So my dad was like a predator. He likes younger girls and stuff like that. And then my mom was using him because she wanted to get back at her parents, because they're racist. And she didn't really care about my dad. She even told me, she admitted it, she don't love him because narcissists don't love people. Anyway, so things didn't work out too well for her because, both of them clashing together and being violent and destructive. She still had kids to deal with. Then she ended up having a son, my brother, and my dad. I don't know how she managed to do that, but before my brother was born, she had an abortion. It was some Jerry Springer type stuff, but in the hood of New York City. Yeah, so, not white trash, but actually urban trash. I don't know what you want to call it. Anyway, so yeah, so I was raised like I was treated very badly. I was abused since birth because I was planned to be abused. I was planned to be a scapegoat. Whatever, they didn't know the words for this back then, but now we know them. So my brother ended up being the golden child, and I became the scapegoat. I'm the firstborn too, so whoa. The burdens that are on me are heavy because I'm the oldest, and my mother ended up going with another guy, the psychopathic stepfather, and she had 2 other kids with him. So so I was the leader, not the leader, but I was the one protecting everybody. It felt from the abuse and all kinds of chaos. Sorry, it's just, what the hell? This guy looks like he's drunk, walking around with a bottle in his hand, coming out of the liquor store. Alright, I see you. I'm hyper vigilant to things. Oh my god, just talking about it makes me sick and like blank out. So that's why I'm not as coherent as I should be explaining it. But so yeah. My mother always left me at my grandmother's house anyway. She never really. She had to work and all that and whatever. But, you know, my grandparents were kind of like my parents. So she just treated me like I was a nuisance and I should not have been born. I should have never been born. She regretted having me. You know, she said these things to me. She resented me. It's just disturbing to know that she's still like this. She's still trying to take advantage of me in any way she can, and she even wants my kids. She wants custody of my kids. Like, why? So you can get more money from the government? Like, why? Appalling. You don't understand what kind of person this is. I think maybe psychopath now that you think about it. Like, who knows? But so that's why I'm always quiet and stuff usually. I usually have like a quiet voice because I never had a chance to speak over that loudness that she is. Big mouth and everything, and it's just like, wow, no one else is here. It's just her and her big mouth that takes up the whole space. So you can never say anything around those people. I am so grateful. You don't understand how more of a awareness there is out there of these kind of people, because I thought I was going nuts for many years, and I just blamed myself, and it was just like, wow, I didn't know what was going on. I was losing my mind. And then I got into therapy. I learned more about myself, learned about other people that were around me, and I'm just so grateful for these communities. So just wanted to say that. So and like I said, I was raised in New York City. I was raised around the arts and just in my blood, I kind of have like a musical family. A lot of my family members are musicians, and my dad, you know, I don't know what his mental illness is besides the narcissism. There's something more deep there. But his inability to, you know, sustain any kind of decent employment and pursue what his dreams would have been, that didn't happen because of his disabilities or whatever's wrong with him. And but he always says, "Oh, I could have been an actor or whatever," because my dad, you know, was raised in Manhattan, and uh, it's like a West Side Story. I swear to God, it's kind of like that. Anyway, so he's met famous people, and he works for a talent agency. Um, he was on the Letterman show years back. You know, like I don't know, like I know what I wanted to do and what I was drawn to. Wow, mostly ice. And all that was not encouraged or even noticed by my mother, because my mother didn't care about me. She just was like, this is a burden. I have to to care for 18 years, you know. And it didn't even make 18 because 17 is when I moved out. Into the arms of a predator. Wow. Like, I'm just so mad. I feel bad for myself. I really do. I do. Because no one else does. Like, they don't know what I've been through. Most people. But the people that know what I've been through betrayed me. So, because what happens is a narcissist has a lot of shame, right? And obviously, you have a child, and your only purpose to have the child is to get out of your house. And you don't even like the culture the child comes from. You have a resentment towards them. So, and you've done horrible things. Like, she put me in harm's way with my stepfather that was abusive physically, and he abused me physically. So, all those things are secrets. There's so many secrets that I know. Because obviously they happened to me. They affected me. So, I'm the carrier of the secrets. I am the carrier of the truth. And that's why I'm the scapegoated person. Because the narcissists don't take on accountability for anything. They don't take responsibility. And it's always someone else's fault. Or they rewrite history. So it didn't happen the way you said it happened. It happened this way. Then they tell everyone else that. And then everyone else thinks you're this kind of person, which you never were. Who knows what they're really saying? You don't know. But you know, they act weird towards you. I'm talking about my siblings. Because they are like flying monkeys towards me. Because I'm the oldest. Like, and the years apart are really big years apart. So they don't even remember what happened. The abuse and all that. So I wanted to be a model and I wanted to be an actress and all that. That's what I wanted. And I knew it was going to happen for me because I knew. Like, it was ingrained in me. It was part of me. It's in my blood. And then later on in life, I found out I have famous relatives. So, hey, what does that tell you? Like, that runs in the family. Talent runs in the family. All that is true. So, when I found that out, I started crying and I was like so emotional about it because I knew always in my heart what I wanted to do and who I was, and just other people prevented me from doing that and gave me these disorders and conditions now that it's hard for me to even have any job, honestly. Um, so hate is a strong word, but I hate my mother because my mother created me to be her punching bag and her secret keeper or something. Like, well, we'll just blame her for everything that happened, and you know, whatever guilt and shame she has someone to throw it onto, and that's me. So yay, I love this role. um I don't know, I dissociate a lot. Like, I just go into a different realm or something. Like, I just go blank. And that happens a lot. I don't know where. Just, I could be doing anything and then I'm not there anymore. It's just very hard to explain that. Like, I feel like I'm half half dead most of the time, and then I wonder, why didn't they just kill me off? Why couldn't they just be be brave and just end me, this is making me uncomfortable. But I don't have a full self or anything. Cause I know who I am. It's just I'm not able to be who I am. That's the only problem. So, I don't know what to say now. I lost my train of thought. That was good chicken, cranberry, something. That was very good. Just saying. Why are your lights on? I'm right in front of you. Be considerate. Nobody's considerate these days. So anyway, poor me. I know, pity party, whatever. That's probably what people would think or say about me. But these people destroy other people. There has to be more awareness, and it has to be more of a mainstream understanding of people that exist like this, or we're gonna have more problems in life. We're gonna have more and more destruction. Like right now, we have a narcissist in the presidency. Come on, guys. Like, can't you tell something off about the guy? This is not good for the country. All this time it's been neglected and overlooked and not talked about, and look what it ended up happening. Look at us now. Does this look like a great place to live? Like, is this what everyone's dream was? I don't know. I don't understand anybody who supports Trump at all. Oh, I think they're really stupid and ignorant to real life, or they just want to be in the cool club. Like, they want to be one of the cool kids, like, or bully. They're one of the type that hung out with all. Back in high school, they hung out with the bullies, or they followed him around and shit. That's basically what the followers are doing. So, you know. I'm getting off track now. But I don't want my kids to be like what I am. Like, I don't want nothing bad to happen to them. I don't want them to feel like they don't matter and that they have no purpose, or that they don't have a background, they don't have a culture. All those things are important to the development of self. And whatever my ex was supposed to be in life, he didn't become, because his parents, were narcissists too, so they had to conform to this. He had to conform to whatever they wanted. I don't want him doing that to my kids. I don't want him raising my kids, because he will raise my kids with no identity, zombie-like, just good little citizens that are good little soldiers or whatever, and just obey all authority. That's basically what he's raising them to be like, and I'm fighting against it as best as I can, because I'm not giving up on my kids. So narcissists think, like, when they have kids, they have to be seen and not heard. I heard my dad say that before. Kids are to be seen, not heard. What does that tell you? That's not healthy. I gotta fight for my kids, and I'm not gonna stop fighting. Cause you know my siblings are lost. I can't do nothing for them. I already warned them about what they were dealing with. They don't care. They just want to live in their little fantasy bubble and use me as a scapegoat. That's great. Well, not anymore. So I end up with nobody. I have nobody. Just my kids to work for. That's it. Yeah. So that's that. Why I look so weird in this. Alright, thanks for listening, guys. I get depressed talking about this stuff and then I lose train of thought. So that's why I'm a better writer. I can write this stuff down and it's easier for me to do that, but I cannot talk a lot about it, like consistently. I don't know. But I'm gonna try to do more videos. Alright, please comment so it encourages me to do more videos and to help everybody. Like, share, and subscribe. I hope everyone is doing well and is, staying safe. Thank you for listening.